And you're watching the East Daily Download.
I like it. That's great. Let's do it.
Welcome to the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
Welcome to the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
That's right.
This is the East Daily Download.
So let's get started.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I will be your tour guide on this adventure across the East today, coming to you from my luxurious garage. If you've been watching recently, I just did a project, license plate wall here in the garage. Today I'm coming to the tool bench, because I need to work on a project that I've been putting off for a little while. It is, if you've watched the show recently or in the past, I'm a big fan of skating. I've been roller skating since I was a kid, and I wanted to retrofit this particular pair of skates to be used outdoors. So I had to buy some bearings and buy some wheels, which I've done. You might ask yourself, why not just rollerblade? Well, I did get a pair of rollerblades back in the spring or early summer, and that was an interesting experiment. Now we're back to this. I should have done it months ago, but I didn't, so you know what, we're gonna do it today. So I'm gonna retrofit or fit these wheels on here, get these cleaned up and ready to go so that I can do some outdoor skating just as it gets cold. Perfect timing on my part. Really thought that one through thoroughly. If we can check the story out, we'll be back here in a little bit and we'll get going on this project. Okay, so check this out.
Now downloading Down East.
Welcome to King's Deli. This is the original home of the Greenville Museum of Art. So with that spirit in mind, we've tried to incorporate a lot of different artistic elements to our design. Our sign above us is from Pitt County Tobacco Barn Metal, welded by Hyde County Shrimp Boat Builder and painted by a local artist from Aden. And then right this way, so our adult Capri Suns, as we're calling them, or our adult sangria bags are this week tangerine, Thai basil, and honeydew melon with Riesling. I have to take credit for the sangria bags. That was one of my ideas in the beginning, and it's been a big hit. A lot of the drinks are actually because our son Kingsley, who we named the restaurant after, these are his favorite drinks. So like the Mooresville Uncle Scott's root beer, the Humix, the Jarritos, the San Pellegrino blood orange, those are like all his favorites. As far as sandwiches go, I love the Mambo Italiano. It's one of my favorites. But actually the Ripple City, it's our vegan sandwich, is something that I've been getting more often than I thought I would. Just, you feel good about eating it. It's on whole grain, avocado spread, hummus, cucumber, local sprouts, a little bit of truffle oil, and then a chai, hemp, and flaxseed mix. It's delicious. We have our first art show is from an ECU School of Art and Design graduate, Tyler Wolf. He is now living in Wilmington, but like I said, keeping with the tradition of the art gallery in mind, we'll be changing the art out here about every 3 months. We try to make it really family friendly here, so we have cornhole boards and a giant Jenga set. And then Jonathan Bowling, who's a local artist, did the dog sculptures, and then there's a couple of pig sculptures as well in the back. We're hoping to have some live music up on the stage once we're allowed to with COVID. But being outside has been really great for everybody, especially people that are uneasy about going out right now.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show! This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are gonna get in the way of that.
Are we 6 feet apart? Kelly Clarkson, weekdays at 3 on 9 on your side.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download. Hope your day is off to a great start so far. I am in quarantine and need a project, and one of those projects that I've chosen to do is taking this pair of roller skates that I have and fitting them to be outdoor skates. I have an indoor pair. I'm going to use these outdoor to skate around the neighborhood for some exercise. I should have done it months ago, but I didn't. So what I've got, some new bearings. I've got my bearings about me now. So let's see here. So the bearings are what help make the wheels go. Oh, look at that, beautiful new bearings. So they look like this. And then what they're going to do is go into these new wheels that I have. Gonna go in here, and then we're gonna put them on here, tighten this up a little bit and make it all good and ready to go. So why don't we check this next story out? When we get back here, I'll be in the process of putting these wheels together, okay? Let's check this out.
Welcome Cassandra Rowe today. She's the Healthcare Program Coordinator for the North Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Hi, Joanna. Thank you so much for having me. So the North Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence is a nonprofit statewide organization that works alongside our local partners to end domestic violence in our state and improve conditions and services for survivors of domestic violence.
That's incredible and very important work. How do corporate partners like Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina support your organization and all the organizations that you work with?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we're a nonprofit organization, and so having especially financial support from partners like Blue Cross Blue Shield has really allowed us to continue the work that we do to help survivors. Particularly, we've worked with Blue Cross Blue Shield to do training and education in community health centers so that healthcare providers know how to talk to patients about domestic violence and understand the health impacts that it has. I would say for folks who are watching at home, check in on your friends and family who may really be struggling during this time or who may be more isolated, and just ask how things at home are going. Ask if they have enough to eat. Do they need someone to just take their kids for the day? And if you know someone who might potentially be experiencing abuse, let them know that you're there for them. If they need to call you, if they just need to talk, or if they're feeling unsafe, so that they know that they have someone.
Absolutely. You guys have a ton of information available online, resources, support, of course, places to make donations or even volunteer. Where can people find all of that information?
Yes, thank you. So our website is nccadv.org. So we have lots of information related to domestic violence and the pandemic. I would also encourage folks who need other types of assistance during this time to go to nc211.org.
Very important. Thank you again so much for all this information. And of course, we actually want to remind everyone out there of the important 24/7 National Domestic Violence Hotline. The number is going to be on your screen, so do call 1-800-799-7233 if you or someone you know needs help. Thank you again so much, Cassandra.
Hey, we're back here on the East Daily Download, working at the tool bench, getting all of these wheels put together to go on these skates, which will allow me to skate outdoors. Now, one point that I want to bring up, there's a difference between outdoor and indoor wheels. The wear, the rub, how they come off on the floor, how they fare outside. So this is an outdoor wheel. This is an indoor wheel. They look very similar, but the density is a little bit different. And if you notice the size differential right there, this is the outdoors, a little bit smaller. Okay, and I have plenty of other indoor wheels. I just like the way wheels look, but that's not why I have them. I have them because I need them to change out on skates. Because skates are not unlike a car. You need to rotate your tires, you need to rotate your wheels so they don't all stay in the same spot and get the same wear and tear. So I have new wheels, like I said, for outdoor because I did not have any special outdoor wheels, so I bought those. You can get them online. You can get them at Amazon, Roller Skate Nation, many different places. Bearings the same way. So please clean your wheels, clean your bearings. You should do that so you can have a better roll. Okay, tell you what, let's check this next story out. Come back here and finish this project up, okay? Be back here in a little bit.
That's right, the classic game show is going back into production with all-time champ Ken Jennings at the helm.
I can't imagine Jeopardy hosted by anybody else. To me, he's irreplaceable.
The 46-year-old former engineer will be the first of several guest hosts and starts taping on Monday. On January 4th, Jeopardy will air Alex's final episodes. Ken's will begin the following week on January 11th. Jennings appears to be the frontrunner to replace Trebek permanently. Back in September, he joined Jeopardy as a consulting producer. But don't count out the competition just yet. Jane Lynch was asked if she would be up for the job.
I would do it in a New York minute, but I've been reading on Twitter, they've been bouncing names around, and I thought LeVar Burton would be very good.
She's not alone. As of today, more than 100,000 people have signed a Change.org petition for LeVar to take over the job.
Wow.
In response, he tweeted, "Even if nothing comes from it, I appreciate all y'all's love and support."
I love Jeopardy. I can just watch it and get away from it all.
Comedian Dane Cook tweeted he got a call about guest hosting and replied, quote, "I could barely spit out what is yes quick enough." And we'll have much more on the next Entertainment Tonight. I'm Nichelle Turner.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Dr. Wood, let's start with you. Let's talk a little bit about your position in Shaw University.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here, and I'm also happy to serve as the Dean of the School of Business and Professional Studies at Shaw University.
Absolutely. Now, Dr. Wood, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina really helps fund a lot of the programs, including yours at Shaw University. How do you see your students thriving because of that?
Without the funds from Blue Cross Blue Shield, some of them wouldn't even be here to be able to benefit from what we want to talk about today, one of our special initiatives, which is offered through our academic program, but it impacts their lives because what goes on at Shaw University is much more than just what happens inside the classroom.
Thank you, Dr. Wood. Now, Matthew, let's talk a little bit about your programs and the programs that you're a part of.
So I currently serve as an adjunct professor of business administration for, business management for Shaw University, and currently teaching production and operations management. It's a 400 level business management course. And in wanting to weave in the best experience possible for our students teaching and learning, we actually endeavored on using a voting delivery system, Exemplar, which was Dr. Wood's great idea for this particular course. So the fruition of this project and process was pretty amazing.
Shamari, let's hear from you. What was your experience like with the project?
It was very different, with classes being online and we not being able to communicate in person. It was always different, but I feel like it was a good project and something that we needed. I know growing up in North Carolina where we focused, I wasn't able to always understand the voting process, or I never really had the information. It was always just go vote. But many people don't have the background information to go vote. So being a part of something big as this project and being able to help people 18 to 25, which is right in the middle of my age group, I felt like it was very impactful for me, my classmates, and then as we see now, the society around us.
WNCT partnered with Southern Bank and the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina to help those who've been impacted by COVID-19. But instead of volunteering at the food bank, WNCT took the safer approach to get you involved from home.
With everybody wanting to stay home right now, and us wanting to keep the product that's coming in to the warehouse as safe as possible, we're really just pushing people to do the virtual food drive more.
Jennifer Caslin is the marketing and project director for the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. She says despite the fact that less people can volunteer in person due to COVID-19, virtual donations are a huge help. Every dollar donated gives 5 meals to the community.
There's definitely an increased need that we're seeing from our partner agencies, from people coming in, just walking into the food bank, needing assistance, people who've never needed it before. Obviously, with the unemployment and the furloughs, that's been a huge need. Food has been a huge need since the crisis began.
WNCT's virtual food drive had a goal of $15,000. With the help of local sponsors and members of the community, they passed that goal.
How long have we been partnering with the food bank? It's been a long time.
Drew Covert is the president of Southern Bank. They've been partnering with the food bank for about 20 years to be exact. They made a $5,000 donation to the virtual food drive to help uplift the same communities they service.
For every dollar donated, we can provide 5 meals. So that's 25,000 meals right there. So that's a huge impact in one donation.
It makes you think a little bit more about family and the difficulties some others are having. Well, one of the first folks that come to mind is, how do we help the food bank help those that are in our community?
The Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina is in more than 30 counties across the state.
And a great majority of those counties, we have banks. So it's a great partnership with them, because that's the same communities that we're trying to support.
Like any crisis or disaster, the food bank's going to be here for the long haul. We think this is going to impact people for a long time. So we plan to be here for a long time to help folks who are impacted.
To get in touch with the food bank or to learn how to start your own virtual food drive, go to WNCT.com and click on the download tab. I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. We're getting these newly configured skates on, nice and snug. I put some old neon laces in that had sitting around. Figured since I'm going to be outside, that might be an okay idea. Okay. Look at that. So, that's the project for today. Join me back here tomorrow when I will try to do something outside. You know, those leaves are back again. And there's also Christmas stuff I need to decorate. So, there's plenty of projects left as I'm still in quarantine at the house. Hopefully I will be out of quarantine soon. So, you have yourself a great day. I'm going to test these out, because what's the point of doing it if I'm not going to test them out? So have yourself a great day. Get some skates. Roller Skate Nation, Amazon, Dick's Sporting Goods. These are not sponsors of the show in any way, shape, or form. However, they all sell skates. And you know what? There's just something about skating, especially if you've been doing it since you were a small kid. It just never leaves your blood. It's part of who you are. So I'm going to get up, and I don't think I'm going to fall because I'm pretty good with this one. So you have yourself a great day, and I'll see you on the next edition of the East Daily Download. Goodbye, everybody.
Tomorrow on the East Daily Download, Jerry Jackson brings you Weather School. Ariana will be here with a new farm report, and Angie will be here for Q&A with AQ. Join us tomorrow for the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.